Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Evolve Point, your Shadowverse Podcast. Welcome to another week. My name is Ignideus. With me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Sakpatanko, fellow streamer. Hello. As well as Lord Kalen, moderator of the Discord and subreddit. Hi.
You would not believe the last thing Igni said before clicking record.
Hey, I told you that in confidence, okay? So we don't have to talk about it. What do you guys?
Many such cases.
This
This is how most episodes are, to be honest.
Yeah, before we start recording, we just spent like 10 minutes watching Kalen play Borderlands, and I practiced Japanese, and then we start recording, which is pretty good.
Hell yeah!
Speaking of Borderlands and Japanese, what have you been up to this week? Let's start with Tonko, because I just covered what me and Kalen have been up to. So what's Tonko been up to?
So I was uncertain if I was even going to be able to record today because my PC suddenly bricked after doing a Windows update last night.
Many such cases.
Thankfully, it was just a matter of the boot sequence was rearranged like Caden's inside, so it was a pretty easy fix.
Pretty good stuff, yeah. Kalen, I just noticed you're wearing the same shirt as me! You bitch!
You stole it from my cosplay, and you know it.
You're
cosplaying yourself, but like Kirito was invented before you, so
that's not even true.
That's what. Next question.
One of the black swordsmen were invented before me, but it wasn't Kirito. I'll tell you that much. All right. Well, should we just get into the news?
Besides Borderlands, I have been practicing this new thing. You see, I am a big fan of medieval torture devices, and in order to emulate in Shadowverse, I decided to start playing Vol Forest. So I've been having a great time down in the 1400 CR range, dying a lot.
Pretty good. I'm actually planning to stream Vol Forest today, so that's exciting.
Oh, you poor thing.
Speaking of medieval torture, while my computer was bricked because I was too lazy to check it out and fix it before that, I sat down on my phone and was catching up on some One Piece manga. I finally started reading One Piece after playing the TCG for a while, and I'm starting to get hooked. I'm changing. I'm scared.
You got red pilled into
something's happening to me. I'm scared. But anyway, it's pretty okay so far.
Nice.
Where are you up to?
I'm just at Arlong Park, which is still baby hour.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's one of the good ones. That's one of the more iconic
it doesn't begin until One Piece doesn't begin until the end of Arlong Park. So you're still in the beginning.
Pretty good. And yeah, since the last episode of Evolve Point, I've started studying Japanese. So wish me luck.
A whole half of your previous stream was you just studying Japanese on stream.
Yeah,
and just chat sitting through it.
Chat was like asking me about it, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll show you how I do it. And then everybody left when I showed them. So it's like, well, I debated.
and then when you stop studying, they were like, "Don't stop, keep going."
Yeah, that's very odd.
He's been studying with me in the room, and he asks me questions about Japanese as if I know the answers constantly. I don't know anything. I barely speak English.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, let's get into the news, baby. The WGP website updated because, it's coming soon, late December, and we're approaching the time. So they're revealing more information about the event, where it's going to be live streamed, and the players who qualified. So you can check out the WGP website. Just look up Shadowverse World Grand Prix, and you can see it. It has that really great key art of Dryzen doing a backflip, and you can see both her honkers and her dump truck, and then also you can see Kaori. She gets bigger every art somehow. That's also pretty cool.
She's just spell boosting more.
She's trying to catch up with Dryzen.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So to remind everybody, World Grand Prix, it's 100 million yen grand prize. It's happening late December. So you can look forward to that. Pretty cool. And even if you're not playing, there's also special tickets where you can get bonuses and stuff, and you can buy that on the website too. But I'm pretty sure those are limited in quantity, so they're probably already sold out. I'm not gonna lie. So, GG. Anyway, Yeah. Next up, we have the DebiLun Games Pep Rally. You know what this is?
Cool.
This is a Niji Sanji collab with Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. So there's going to be a park update tomorrow to prepare for it. And basically what it is, there's Team Debiru, which is Debiru, Sasaki Saku, Marin, and Yorumi Rena versus Team Lunlun, who has Eru, Hoshikawa Sara, and Maimoto. And they're going to be playing Worlds Beyond, and then they're actually going to also be playing Versus Rising. And then they're also going to have a mini content event for Uma Musume called Uma Musume Pretty Derby Hot Blooded Chaotic Thanksgiving Festival. Good stuff. You can watch it on stream, and there's also a special ticket where you can watch like behind the scenes stuff, but that costs money. Anyway, that's happening on the 21st, so in just 2 days from now. I'm not actually sure what that means for us as players. Like, why are they updating the park? Is there like something that are we gonna get involved? I don't think so, but you can watch it. So there you go. Do you care about this
quickly,
at all?
Just to quickly insert something that we don't have in the doc. Do we know if the winners of... Oh, never mind. We'll get to that later. Never mind.
Dude, he's so checked out of this story that he started talking about a different story.
I was gonna ask it about a different esports event, but we'll cover that later.
This is JP Nijisanji, which I don't know enough about. The last time we had a Nijisanji EN collab was back in Evolve with Millie Parfait, and it had the funniest timing of all time.
Yeah, it was around the same time as the black screen stream, and I actually do. I do have an SP Millie Parfait, which is pretty funny.
I still to this day use the SP Millie Parfait leader. I never got rid of it.
Pretty good. Well, I'm actually a fan of some of these livers. Hoshikawa Sara, love her. Sasaki Saku, love her. But I don't know if this actually means anything for us as players or if it's just a thing you can watch. So
it might be another prediction event. They just haven't announced.
I don't think so. It seems more casual than this year's Streamer League for sure. So not really anything. And guess what, boys? That was all the news. It's a slow.
Everything.
It's a slow day.
I guess we can report the results of this year's league at least.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. That's going to be in the esports section. Let's go ahead and go into Let's go ahead and go to the esports section right now. So, yeah, even though there's not much news, there actually is events. Why can I suddenly not update the doc? Did I lose permissions to my own doc? What the frick?
Kill issue. You're not in it on my screen.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so back. All right. Esports. So very importantly, the online championship November happened last weekend, and that means that we have a new contender for World Grand Prix. The person who won the whole thing, I accidentally started playing it. That's why you heard it for a second there. Sorry. The person who won the whole thing is Nemuru, who played Loot Sword and Earthright Rune. So no real surprises there. But the second place is Elgenubi, who played, wait, let me get the deck list up. I believe it was Mode Hybrid Abyss with 1 Belial, as well as Hybrid Egg with 2 Orcuses in it. Tonka, you've been playing that a little bit. It got second place at this big event. How do you feel about that?
So, having Orcus and Egg was kind of an option, just a spicy tech. Back in last set, some people did it. In case if you had games where a whole bunch of eggs got Odin banished, or if you were just a bad player and didn't draw eggs like I have, like I always do. But now Orcus alongside Bubs is a valid OTK option against certain matchups, so people are leaning towards hybrid now.
Yeah,
because it has a wider range of better matchups, but it's also it is really awkward.
I mean, the fact that it got second place is, a testament to the quality of the deck, but it did in the end lose to just standard Loot Sword and standard Earthright. So I think it's pretty obvious what the best decks in the format are. So.
To be fair, though, I would say that Portal does have a good matchup against both of those, but I mean. Then again, I feel like pure puppet is better into Earthright since you can kind of just out tempo them with Zwei, and Earthright just can't clear it on time.
Probably because I'm looking at the matchup right now when the Earthright was played against the portal, and they have a 12 attack Lilanthum on the field. So
yeah,
that's pretty tough. It is what it is. So anyway, congratulations to Nemuru for qualifying and winning that money as well. Big shouts. It was cool. It's like basically the first major tournament of this set, basically, other than we have the LCQ and the coming up. But that was only the preliminaries. This is like a full-fledged event, and the first winner has been crowned. It's a Loot Sword Earthright Rune, which I think is not a surprise, but I think there's also still room for development. Like the Orcus in Egg thing is relatively recent, right? So still room to explore, I think. There you go. Speaking of room to explore, shout-outs to Jif as always. He has compiled the stats for the LCQ preliminaries, which happened last weekend. And there are I linked it in the doc, by the way, if you want to take a look yourself, but the spreadsheet is pretty interesting, especially the playoff conversion numbers. So first of all, Loot Sword Dirt Rune the most represented in the top cut, as well as Puppet Portal right after that, and then there's a pretty sharp drop then because after that it's Mode, and then Egg, and then Crest. So Crest is super overperforming, and then after that it's only 2s and 1s. So from this data, it looks like Evo Abyss super fake deck. 106 players brought it, and only 1 qualified, which gives it a performance delta of -81, which is pretty bad.
Crazy.
I was streaming Evo Abyss the other day. It's a disaster. It's dreadful.
Yeah.
If you want to play Belial, if you want to play Belial, just toss it into Mode. Just put it into a good deck, bro.
That is what the numbers are supporting as well. 179 players brought Mode and 9 qualified, giving it a positive performance delta, just barely. But yeah, Evo Abyss is dreadfully bad, it seems.
Evo Abyss can have really scary high rolls with Nahan, but the draw power, the consistency of that deck feels so bad to play. Granted, though, it is a deck that people are still experimenting with. Like Igni, you saw that people are throwing in that 2-drop that will just evolve to summon bats. Yeah. And that's a much more consistent way to get bats in the reanimate pool, at least. Yeah. That's something.
Like I said, there's still room for development, but currently as it stands, it seems that Evo Abyss is pretty fake. And yeah, like I said earlier, Crest Haven super overperformed. Extremely underrated deck. And that matches my experience on ladder. Whenever I face Crest on ladder, it's always a nightmare. So it makes sense to me. 49 players brought it, and of those 49, a whole 5 qualified, which gives them a performance delta of 104. So, yeah.
So far, we're about 2-3 weeks into the meta now. It seems like the meta is settling down into Sword, Rune, maybe Portal, maybe Haven. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I wouldn't say maybe
Dragon and Forest are not having a good time.
Puppet Portal is very clearly up there, but like, yeah.
No, yeah.
I think Crest Haven's super underrated. People are going to be playing Crest Haven more and more and more over the coming weeks. I think the third top is still debatable because it could be Portal, could be Abyss, maybe even Haven when it gets more popular again. But don't mind me. I'm just trying to downplay Portal as per usual. No, I think Loot Sword and Dirt Rune are the best. Like that's like not. Yeah, that's just a thing. But yeah, Evo Abyss super fake. Don't play it. Dragon. Shit deck, shit class, honestly. And Forest is tough too. But all of the 24 people who brought Forest, 1 qualified, which actually is not bad. So good for them.
Which build did he qualify with?
Roach, obviously.
Oh, duh. Why did I even ask?
I do need to put a big disclaimer. The preliminaries for LCQ are 2-deck best of 1. Which means that you could technically bring 2 decks and then just not play one the entire time. And the stats wouldn't reflect that. So, huge pinch of salt on this statistics, because somebody might have brought, dragon or whatever, and then just not queued it the entire time. Yeah. So yeah. So
it's happened before.
It's happened before.
Three people qualified with dragon, but that one evolved dragon and 2 storm dragons might not have been played. I can't imagine that.
So like to explain, the preliminaries are best of 1 2 decks, but the playoffs will be best of 3 with the same decks. So the people who brought the decks that they didn't queue in Swiss will eventually have to play them eventually. So the truth will come out when the playoffs happen.
I would assume that most players that are entering understand that by now, so they wouldn't do that as a funny bit this time. But who knows?
I mean,
it was pretty well known that with the whole Tempest situation, right?
Yeah, and also this is a very high stakes one too, because if you win this, you go straight to World Grand Prix. So it's a high stakes one. I don't think anybody's goofing off, but just saying that the stats might not fully reflect the meta. Anyway, cool. And next up, we also had the CR Streamer League. You might know this from the in-game prediction event that happened with Shadowverse Park. And the one that I predicted to win won, baby. Neoporte are the champions. Well, I mean, I told you guys to vote for Neoporte too, to be fair.
Well, like, I was kind of leaning towards both Vispo and Neoporte, but I did defer to you for which. Although you explained it, you recommend Neoporte before you explained to me the whole the bracket system they were doing. It was I was not prepared for that, but I voted for Neoporte anyway, and it was a good choice anyway, and it worked out. So, a shame that we don't get rewards.
I know, right? It's so messed up
that's what I was going to bring up.
It's the winner prediction event, but only 10 people get rewards out of everybody who voted correctly. So messed up.
I was going to bring up, do we know if like those 10 people have even gotten the 10 packs yet? Because I haven't seen anything about it. But I followed your advice on voting on Neoporte, and I actually spread that to a bunch of people that thanked me after. I will not send those thank yous off to you.
Stolen valor? What the hell?
This is a problem. This is a problem because Igni, because you recommended Neoporte, too many people picked Neoporte, so there was a higher pool of people that predicted correctly, which is why we didn't get the rewards.
I told you chumps would have voted for Hololive for sure.
No. I was leaning towards Vispo, Neoporte anyway, but I probably would have picked Vispo though.
I probably would have picked Neoporte as well, simply based on the fact that that Shibuya Hall guy seems actually really quite good at the game.
Interesting.
And I didn't recognize anyone else.
That after I recommended it. I would have done it anyway, actually. I need you to be honest.
Well, sure as sugar wasn't going to be voting for at least one of the orgs.
I will say that I do want to explain why I voted for Neoporte. One, I like them. It was either Neoporte or Vispo for me, so I liked those are my 2 favorite orgs in VTubing. Shirayuki Raid is one of my Oshis. I love him. He's very funny and cute, and I like him a lot.
Coincidentally, both owned by Brave Group.
Interesting. Also, I will say that actually Neoporte just got bought by Brave Group very recently, so I liked them before they were owned by Brave Group, to be fair.
Oh yeah, before they were mainstream.
That's right. Another thing is like Tanko brought up the bracket system. So because of their placements in the round robin, Neoporte was 2nd seed, meaning they only had to win twice. They had to win against whoever came below them and whoever and the 1st seed, which was Nijisanji. And my other reason for voting for them, it's manyfold. Mostly it's because I liked them, but also their coach was Feg, who is a previous world champion in Shadowverse, so they had a great coach. Next, Shibu Hal is good at every game he plays, and he's a really smart guy. He's actually a co-owner of Neoporte. He's one of the he's both a liver and a founder of the organization. Next, Shirayuki Raid, my Oshi. His main game is Mahjong, so he's really smart. And then the other 2, Itoi Toi and Tsurugi. I didn't have that much confidence in them, but I knew I knew they would get carried by Hal and Raid. Like, obviously, like Raid played Loot Sword masterfully. Like he navigated it like incredibly well, and Hal is just really good at games in general too. So yeah, I knew they would just get carried. So
maybe the reason why I've been struggling in Worlds Beyond is because I haven't hit up Mahjong in a while.
Maybe it's because you don't have Feg as your coach, dude. That might be it too.
But like my knowledge on Vispo and Neoporte is limited. I just knew that they were like pro gamers.
Yeah. I do want to give
They're
a
really,
huge
really good gamers.
I do want to give a huge shout out though to Rigze and his team. Rigze, obviously the fellow content creator, the Japanese content creator. I think we're mutuals on Twitter, even though we've never spoken to each other. Yeah, he was coaching the last seed, the very last seed, so the hardest seed in terms of Shadowverse Flame terms. He is 7th Flame, and he had to fight every other club. He was coaching Team Kasen, and he got all the way to 3rd. So he beat Team Crazy Raccoon,
pretty good.
Then Team Hololive, then Team Vispo, and then only lost to Team Neoporte, who ended up winning the whole thing. So huge shout outs to Rigze. Started from the most disadvantaged position and made it all the way to 3rd place. So big shouts to that guy. Great coach, great team, who, they locked in, honestly. So I'm proud of them. Good stuff. But yeah, Neoporte won, and in turn I win because I voted for them. Easy clap. Next up, we have the World Grand Prix LCQ registration. So yeah, there's a Shadowverse Open LCQ and then also a World Grand Prix LCQ. A little bit confusing, but basically the Shadowverse Open LCQ qualifies you to World Grand Prix, and the World Grand Prix LCQ is actually in between days of day 1 and day 2 of World Grand Prix. So what happens is World Grand Prix day 1 decides 7 players who goes to day 2, and then there's a 1-day break in between day 1 and day 2, and within that 1-day break, there's the World Grand Prix LCQ, which decides the 8th player for day 2. So even if you miss everything in the entire year, you could technically just make it to day 2 of World Grand Prix just by doing this LCQ. That being said, you do have to be in Japan for this. The registration period ends on December 4th, and you do have to be obviously within Japan to play in this LCQ. It's going to be in Yokohama, in Pacifica Yokohama Exhibition Hall B. But it's also a lottery system, as in there's probably going to be so many people who apply to this because it's literally a cheat code to make it to day 2 immediately. And there's probably going to be so many people applying to this that it is going to be a lottery. So best of luck, honestly.
So it's you can miss the entire season, win the lottery, and then win the day to reach. Dude, that's the most anime plot armor ass path to Worlds I've ever heard of.
No, it's not anime plot armor. It's like the hidden master that suddenly shows up mid-season to be like the final boss or something, right? Yeah, but yeah, you can literally miss the entire competitive year and then just show up. And then if you end up winning this LCQ, you might end up winning the entire thing, which is crazy. But yeah, make sure to sign up for that. It's also on the Worlds Beyond website. And that is it for the esports. That actually was more time than the news. And I just realized that I didn't timestamp any of that. So, you know what? If you're interested in esports, you got to be interested in all of it, okay? I'm not fixing that. Okay. Main topic? Ready?
We have a main topic.
Whoa. That's right. The main topic today is the Unite and Fight Cup. It's the event that's happening right now in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. It's another Grand Prix. And the supplies that you get for this one are Seophon Evolve Cosmetics. So as usual, if you make it to Group A, even if you lose everything in finals, you still get the cosmetics, both the emblem and the sleeve. If you make it to Group B, you need to win Group B to get the sleeve. But yeah, it's once again a Grand Prix event. How have your runs been, boys?
So our main topic for today is a Grand Prix. That's how you know news is dire.
Hey, shut up, okay? You know how much work I put into this stupid-ass doc every week? And here you are, yapping and complaining about how bad the doc is, okay?
I get it. I get it. I get it. We can't just have another no news episode. So that's fair. That's fair.
The news is there is no news.
So I kind of messed up. I was doing my Grand Prix runs for like on stream using like just content decks, not really intending to actually, not specifically plan to win. And I kind of forgot to do real runs off stream, so I did not make it to Group A.
Whoa, Tonko! Oh no, he was too busy watching One Piece.
Yeah, but to be fair, also I'm reading. I would never touch the anime. To be fair, last Grand Prix, I just simply logged in for Group B and won Group B finals anyway. So I'll just do it again.
It's just that easy.
How hard could it be, right? By the way,
while you were
talking, I was panning the camera around the room. I just want to double reaffirm. I spent 500 crystals on this stupid ass room, so I'm just making sure to show it off on camera.
1/3 of a liter nowadays.
500 crystals for this fireplace.
You can't even jump on the bed. What the hell?
You can't.
But you can't jump on the bed in any room.
Yeah, it's stupid.
My question is, who the hell is that redhead girl above the fireplace? Is that my daughter? My secret daughter that I have? Who is that?
For some reason,
is that
Spyro the Dragon is on the roof if you look up as well.
Yeah, that is Spyro the Dragon. Why is he on the roof? What the hell? Anyway, great room.
In stage 1 of the Grand Prix, I did one run. I played Dragon, Storm Dragon with Will Nass and stuff, and I won my first 4 games, and it was going to be a 5-0, but I got scammed by some BS Portal play.
Yeah, good.
And I have not played stage 2 yet because I'm scared.
Hey, Tonko, can you explain something to me? There's a lot of Portal BMers on ladder recently, where they will just not emote the whole game, and then they'll play Orcus and be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, and then run in. What the fuck is that? Control your people.
every time you fight Portal, you get BM'd against a Portal player, and you're like, oh, every Portal player's like this. I don't see that shit on my ladder. It's not me. It's normally I'd say it's like, oh, you're Mr. Streamer, so they're gonna BM more against Mr. Streamer, but you don't even have a blue check mark in this game.
I know, right? Although sometimes I do queue up on a game off stream, and then I'll notice that the other person goes offline for 2 seconds and then comes back on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're checking if I'm streaming. 100%,
exactly.
They're checking if I'm streaming.
For real.
So it's typically like, meta players, stinky meta players, sweaty meta players that will BM the most. And I guess Portal is up there. Usually it's Rune. Most of the time. 100% it's Rune.
100% most of the time it's Rune. I get it most from Rune. I actually got a dragon BMing me the other day, and I'm like, oh, that's rare.
What the hell? That's your own goaling.
And that was tough.
You're on the same team.
It was Evo Dragon, and I was playing Evolve Forest, and they BM'd me when they won. I'm like, dude, I'm playing Evolve Forest, bro. What are you BMing me for?
That's because that was an Evo. That was the Evo Dragon's first win that entire night, so he had to soak it in.
So anyway, for my Grand Prix runs,
say that again.
I played. Don't say it again. Don't say soaking. I played Seophon originally. I played Evolve Sword because I was like, oh, thematic, and I like Sword. It's fun. It's fun to play Evolve Sword. And then I lost so badly, I was like, fuck this shit. So I played Earthright and immediately qualified.
Why is it whenever I see Evolve Sword, I die then? What the heck?
And then on stage 2, on day 1 of stage 2, I played Earthright on stream and I immediately qualified again. Like, Earthright's just good, man.
So,
dude, I've been making fun of Seraphon for weeks. I don't even necessarily think that it's a bad deck. It's just I just thought it was really funny that I'd never ever once seen Evo Sword at all for several weeks. Until just the past couple of days. It's actually getting a lot more popular now.
It's a fun deck, but it's just not good enough. Like, loot is just better. So it's
yeah. From my POV, it exploded out of nowhere.
But yeah, my Earthright list, by the way, Tonka runs 3 Velharia. I thought you'd like to know that. I really like her.
Why are you calling him out specifically?
During the run, this is very sick. During the run, I won against a puppet portal because they played Liam, and then I Velharia banished all their enhanced puppets, and it didn't do any damage to me.
I've had that happen to me. Yeah. It's very funny.
It felt very good, yeah. And it's just a good deck. I love Velharia in that deck. I see people running 1 copy, 2 copy. No, I go all 3. I love Velharia in that deck. It's really good.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Someone quoted on that. He loves Velharia.
It's a good card. It's a good card. She's cute and she banishes everyone. So
she's funny too.
Interesting.
She's cute and funny. What more could you get?
Interesting that you'd say that.
I came up with a new question for the main topic. Go, Petty. Go.
I was gonna say for my runs, I kind of jobbed, but I was trying Evo Abyss and of course. But one of my other runs though, that stream I was streaming egg with just one Orcus thrown in. And that stream, I reached legendary, then unreached legendary, then reached legendary again, and then dropped out of legendary again. So I was like, oh wait, I guess I'll do my Grand Prix run.
I'm proud of you, Sanko.
But like that, I decided last minute, it's like, oh, I'll try the 3 Orcus build. I'll try the full proper egg hybrid build for Grand Prix. And I'm pretty sure it's just because I don't have enough practice with that build, because it's a little bit more awkward. You have to actually understand when to pivot, when to prioritize the egg strat.
There's more moving pieces, right?
You have to decide very early on if you want to try to aim for Orcus OTK, and you need several pieces to get a full clean OTK with Orcus.
Right.
Also, or maybe I'm just bad. I'm also just kind of bad in general anyway.
Could be.
So how close were you to getting beyond with Portal?
No
not
shot.
even close. Like
Portal's got a lot of Beyonders, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like I just reached like legendary and immediately got dropped. In fact, actually, last night was especially bad because I went from top of ultimate, dropped all the way back down to epic. I lost every single game for like a full hour straight, dude.
That's epic.
But you know what that
and
means?
this was a puppet. This was a puppet. The build that I felt confident with, like my normal build too.
Yeah, that happens sometimes though. But you know what that means, right, guys? That means 2 out of 3 Evolve Point members have reached legendary. Kalen,
true.
Lock the fuck in, bro.
Lock in.
I simply don't care to. There is no value whatsoever as far as your account goes in getting like CR at all. You don't get anything for it unless
everybody
you're in the top
chat in the comments. Tell Kalen to get legendary so that we can
I'm washed.
Say that we're a legendary podcast.
Wait. I just remembered another thing I can brag about. Okay. I finally won my very first lobby tournament after all these years.
Oh, congratulations!
All I had to do.
Petty, how did you do in your lobby tournament?
All I had to do was just get the Orcus skin to win the lobby tournament. UD's finally proud of me.
I've only won lobby tournament once for real, but I also had that one time where the game bugged out and said I won anyway. So I got UD proud of me twice. How do you feel about that?
Oh well, if you're gonna bring that up, I've won 4 times.
So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalen keeps queuing Disdain last set, and then he kept like scaring me all by surprise.
My Disdain record was crazy.
Yeah,
I only had 2 1s and 3 O's.
I know you won a couple of times. I didn't realize you won 4.
3-round one.
That doesn't
baby.
Count.
That's cheating.
It's so cheating.
It's great.
That's cheating, dude.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what happened this week? I went 0-3. I got bent over by the little guys in the the 3-round tournament.
That's tough, dude. That's tough. All right.
I'm not taking Dragon into the next one. It does not work in lobby tournaments. You can't use that against the little Timmies in B rank with sword.
Not anymore.
No, Timmies. That's actually a card game term. Timmies play Dragon.
Yeah.
You're talking about spikes.
I'm the Timmy?
Yeah, spikes are the sweaty ones.
Oh no.
The 3 terms
this
are
one, you
Timmy,
get some
Spike, and
extra
what's the third one?
Stuff, right?
Timmy, Spike, and Jimbo. That. I don't know.
Anyway, good stuff. All right, let's move on to the viewer question. Hey, this is gonna be a short episode, which is good for me because I'm hungry. So
I gotta do laundry.
So the viewer question is: last week was what decks do you think will be world champion? And so Andrew guesses Puppet Portal, Cresthaven, Roach Forest for some reason. This is pretty good.
Roach will never not be good.
Yeah, I mean, Roach did make it to LCQ. One of them qualified. So the only thing is that Roach is kind of like if Crest becomes like actually good, Roach kind of suffers because Crest can easily just tech in some word stuff, which is tough. But yeah.
Wait, did you Igni? You saw this? Is Crest still trying to do hybrid war? They just went back to pure Crest.
No, it's pure Crest for the most part. Yeah. So.
They can slot in warding if they really want to.
That's true. And then also Feng Lang Shun says world champion will be Forest, Abyss, and Dirt Rune. I think Dirt Rune is a safe pick. In his comment, he makes it seem like Dirt Rune is a joke pick, but no, Dirt Rune is definitely a safe pick.
It might have been it might have been like less certain earlier in the format, but it's pretty clear that Dirt is high up there.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. And then finally, Shiawase says Puppet Portal, Modibus, Loot, Sword. So yeah, pretty much everybody thinks the same thing, right? It's the 4X, it's Loot, Rune, Puppet, Haven, and then some people think Roach might surprise people just because Roach always surprises people, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is fair. What do you guys think will be the world champion next? I mean, obviously we have the buff happening in a few weeks, so there's that. But yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be something stupid like Evo Dragon, bro.
That'd be awesome.
It's too early to say. The buffs
think
that happen at the end of the month are going to change the meta enough that I don't feel confident in saying anything.
No, yeah, I think they will buff Forest for sure. IMO. Like they'll make UL and Societe activate on Evolve instead of Super or something like that, and then it'll suddenly be really, really good. So yeah, I think
it's really tricky to buff.
I've been playing the deck. That's not enough. That wouldn't change much.
It's really tricky. It's really tricky to buff Forest right now because it's really easy for Izulia and or Roach to get a small buff and become too oppressive.
Yeah,
if they just focus,
just buff the evolve stuff. Like make
to buff the evolve stuff.
Make the big team girl activate on Skybound instead of Super Skybound. That would be really good.
But even if you buff the Evo Force. Even if you buff the Evo Force stuff, what's even your win con? You're still just a worse Sandy deck compared to.
Why don't you tune into my stream today, Taco? I'm going to be playing it all day today.
Oh no!
Right after we finish this recording, I'm going to be streaming it. So
I've been saying, and a lot of people have been defending this, but Forest is in a damn horrible state right now because they have such a narrow window of operation between Izulia and Roach. You cannot buff anything that would have a aftershock that buffs those decks too much.
Yeah,
those cards limit design space, which is why I wasn't happy with either of them getting printed.
Aftershock magic?
Even if they buff, say, Fairy, if they try to buff Tempo Fairy, that could easily be a huge buff for Roach, for example.
You just buff the evolve stuff. It's not that hard. Just evolve.
That's kind of hard.
Make the 4-cost girl Skybound. That would be good. That would put it on par with other classes right now, I think. So pretty good. That's all you need to do, really. It's just make the 4-cost girl Skybound instead of Super Skybound.
Colpitan.
Yeah.
I feel like if you make Colpitan just a normal Skybound, she's kind of too good.
Yeah, but you
know, that effect of dealing 3 and then 7 and then 5 on top of that.
Evolve Forest really needs a card that's too good. That's the thing. Every other class has a card that's too good. Evolve Force doesn't have that. That's fine. Give them one. It's all good. I believe in you. Anyway, that's the viewer question. Next viewer question, though. Wait, I got to put the timestamp. The next viewer question is. Okay, obviously this is gonna be a fun one. This is a little bit of a joke one. But the Game Awards have just released their nominations list, and guess what, boys? For Best Mobile Game, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond Shock Horror was not nominated for Game of the Year. Messed up, IMO. So tell me in the comments right now why Shadowverse Worlds Beyond was not nominated for Game of the Year. Wrong answers only, okay? I don't want to see any serious answers, like the monetization is bad. Give me the wrong answers. Okay, it's gonna be a fun one.
How dare they snub Shadowverse Worlds Beyond? What were they thinking?
Also, I'm gonna say my answer now. They didn't flood YouTube Shorts with enough ads with AI-generated voices. Clearly, that was the problem.
Also, why was Mulan nominated? That shit didn't come out this year. What the fuck?
It didn't come out this year. It got nominated for a mobile game, and it doesn't even work on mobile.
Anyway, Sonic 3 wasn't even nominated for Best Adaptation, and that should be there.
I think maybe we just needed to give Jeff more money. That's all I can say.
Which Jeff?
Notice that there's not a single Hoyo game nominated at all this year because Hoyo stopped giving Jeff money.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. Jeff?
Yeah, we're going to get sued.
Do not hate me, Jeff.
The final episode of Evolve Point podcast as we were forced to shut down by Jeff Keighley.
I love you, Dorito Pope. Please do not shut down my podcast.
Kojima knows your location. He's going to send delivery men to your house.
Well, that's it for this episode. Where can we find you? Tonko?
You'll find me stranded and starving in the middle of East Blue while I slowly make my way through a One Piece.
Okay, well, you can find him on Such Patonko on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, that too.
I'll plug you if you're not gonna do it.
I forgot that's what I'm actually supposed to be doing.
What about you, Kaylin? Where can people find you?
You can find me in the Shadowverse Park doing my forest dailies, getting tortured. You'll see me doing that little new animation where you clearly lose a game and like throw up your phone and rage quit. But what I want you to do this week is I want you to go to my Twitter, scroll down just a little bit, and like the Potteroo I posted of myself. I updated that, and it'll make me feel happy on the inside if you give me likes on Twitter on that Potteroo.
You know what? I'll do it right now.
Do not go to Keaton's Twitter.
Wait, I'm looking at Kalen's
No, my
Twitter
Twitter's safe. I keep my Twitter's safe. I'll unretweet that wham real quick. I'm kidding.
Dude, Igni was like going through my Twitter live last night.
No,
I was like, thank God I don't goon on main, man.
Likes are private, and if they are ever not private,
this is
there's going to be a
based
lot
on
of
Kalen's Twitter. He retweeted a art of the Emerald Herald from Dark Souls 2 lounging on my couch. That's epic.
Yes,
that's
it's
my
awesome.
wife.
Yeah, she's her.
That's actually my wife's channel lot. Please do not look at her.
Oh. I forgot. No, oh man. Okay, it's a bit soon, but you'll be finding me in the Night Rain DLC because that's finally happening.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be playing that. Maybe should we play that on stream? That could be fun.
Yeah, we should play this afternoon.
Tonko, when are we gonna play Halo on stream?
Eating
also?
and streaming.
Good question. I secretly reinstalled Halo while you weren't looking.
Dude,
whoa!
Just tell me when. I will make time to play Halo with you on stream. It'll be so fun. You're not going to tell me
after we play Evolve.
You're not going to.
After we play Evolve.
All right, boys, and also you can find the podcast here on YouTube, and you can follow me on Ignideus everywhere. People keep asking why is it not on Spotify anymore. I mentioned this earlier. There was a threshold of Spotify listeners that I needed to get in order to keep using the service without paying, and we didn't reach it. So, and I'm not going to pay.
Yeah,
so what the fuck? So, yeah.
Spotify is just simply unplayable. Sorry.
It's because most of the viewers are on YouTube. If all the YouTube listeners went to Spotify, we would have easily hit that threshold. But nobody went to Spotify.
Are you trying to shame the listeners? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not. It's just
it just makes sense because you're primarily YouTuber. That's just how it is.
I'm not gonna pay.
I'm here to shame Spotify. Screw Spotify.
I'm not gonna pay to host the podcast where the listeners are not there, obviously. So I'm just gonna go where the listeners are. So there you go. All right. Well, that's it.
That's just how it is.
Bye.